Life at UC Berkeley is pretty good in terms of the fact that you have a lot of things to do around the campus, and the campus itself is like not too big, so you can actually roam around anywhere around the campus. Walk. You can walk around the campus. You don't need a bus or a shuttle to roam around the campus. And then there are a lot of places to visit in and around Berkeley, and there are a lot of activities you can participate in, hiking, trekking, and everything else. Finding housing was pretty straightforward because two of my other undergraduate friends were coming to UC Berkeley as well. So I just paired up with them. But in general, I can tell you that there is a site called Craigslist, and besides that, UC Berkeley, once you have your Berkeley ID and everything created, there is a Facebook group. It is there for most universities, even UC Berkeley has it. And in that, you have like a subgroup called housing. So there, people post vacancies and find roommates and those sort of stuff. So do look into that. If not for finding houses, at least for finding roommates who you want to live with. Then living in Berkeley is like a bit expensive. So I lived in a shared room and I paid $800 in my first year. So living in and around Berkeley is like a bit expensive. If you want your own room, you will have to pay around $1,200, $1,300. And if you want to like live in a shared room, you will pay anywhere between $600 to $900. So yeah, like generally people in California, especially while they are studying, tend to live in a shared room. Food expenses, assuming that you eat outside half the time and cook your own food for the remaining other half of the time, would be around $250 to $300. So food, it's not like that expensive. I mean, in terms of as compared to rest of USA, it's at par with the rest of USA in terms of the fact that you end up paying same. It's not like hotels are way more expensive. And in terms of Indian food and Indian grocery stores, you have like a lot of it in Berkeley. So whether you are vegetarian, vegan, whatever, you won't have any food problems whatsoever in Berkeley. Even if you cook your own food, there are grocery stores right nearby you. And in terms of transport, while you are a UC Berkeley student, you will have access to the bus pass, which is called AC Transit. So you can travel anywhere in and around Berkeley and other areas as well, like near my areas like Oakland and everything. Fare is included in the UC Berkeley fees. You don't have to pay anything extra. In fact, you would have to apply from here for on-campus housing. It's called the International House or iHouse. So there, the standard fees were like around 2,200 or something, but people used to get some scholarships and their fees would be around 1,700, 1,800 for a single room, but they would have all their meals included in it. For a month, if I can tell you, everything excepting rent and utility for a general person would be around 300 to 400. So rent added. So rent totally depends on you. Like if you want to have your own room, then it will go to around 1,200 would be your rent. If you want to live in a shared room, you'll pay around 700, 750 for rent. Most of the books and access materials, I mean, you can generally get it online, but sometimes there are these case study papers and everything which you need to purchase. So what we ended up doing was that like a group of 7-8 people purchased one set of case study papers for $50. So if you purchase it alone, you will have to pay $50 for your own self. But in terms of getting anything from India, I don't think so. There was any need for me as such to get any books from India. Because there'll be like some sort of homesickness, and especially for me because it was like my first time away from Mumbai. Everyone will face the same situation as you do, right? So it will not be that you are alone or something, and like after it might take you a week or something, but after that you probably cope up. Once your course starts and you get into the course, you will probably not think too much about it. But like during your first week when you don't have anything to do, so you just came to Berkeley and you are like studies and everything hasn't started, and if you especially if you don't have anyone whom you know from before from India, so that first week might require some getting used to part of it, but otherwise then you will be like pretty much into your course and everything, and